a couple of reviews to catch up on, and we're not going to be here all day doing these, but we do need to.
Oh, no, I'm just thinking, even though one of those movies probably kept you there all goddamn day.
I don't want to.
I didn't see it, but you know.
I don't want to think about that. Now, listen, since he brought it up, no, I don't want to spend hours watching somebody go through therapy on screen. It's like making me watch it. Putting all that craziness up there. You should go to BetterHelp or some shit like that. I don't have an ad, but if I had one,
that would be the time.
But if I had one,
that would have been good.
Shit, even BetterHelp would hang up on your ass, sir. It's been 3 hours. Bye. But wait, I haven't talked about my mother yet. So we're talking about the movie BEAU is Afraid. I should actually show you. I'm going to download it later. I should actually show you the short film it came from, at least a little bit of it. But this is Ari
Aster.
Ari Aster, who has done things that I love. Anything from Strange Thing About the Johnsons to Midsummer. I think he's a great director. This is his latest film. The filmmaking in this, I believe, is amazing. Mm-hmm. Some very ambitious ideas going on, and you have to admire somebody who has such ambitious ideas. And they don't just try to just make a movie about it, but they try to add something to it, especially with the visual. This is all stuff that I would really enjoy a lot more if it was cut down. And I'm not saying this because I didn't even want to spend time in the theater.
No,
I just felt like, what's his name?
Ari Aster.
Ari Aster.
Like for him himself, like for you, it would be better to edit this down to something that wasn't so long, because you start to belabor the point and you're going to turn off people who could actually enjoy this.
Yeah, I just feel like Ari Aster has hit this point, a director I love, has hit this point where, all right, I got 2 successful movies under my belt. So now people can give me Final Cut and whatever I want. We've hit that. I told y'all, man, there's a certain point where these directors, if you get 2 or 3 hits under you, you either gonna get money or you gonna get time. Are you good both?
Oh, yeah, both. And I thought about that watching this with him, and just recently with Babylon with Damien Chazelle.
Exactly.
And it's like,
another director I love.
Yeah, and everybody loves those directors, and they're young hotshots, and they've done well with their first couple movies. So whatever studio, like, there's other people trying to get movies made, trying to get them in theaters, and it's like, nope, you go to streaming. Nope, we ain't giving you money. These guys, they got to this point where here's the money and the time. You're an auteur, do your thing, make us proud. They overindulged in something where it's like, damn, that is you gotta know that's way too long, and you didn't have to spend that much money, and you could have had something that everybody could have enjoyed.
Yes. Are you a genius?
Yeah.
Well, this man knows what he's doing. Give him all the time he wants. 2-hour studios, 2-hour productions. I got to start this, man.
You do. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, you make it. Yeah, your limit is 2 hours, nothing over. If you make it 90 minutes, you get a bonus.
Yes, you do. I like the way you said. Don't you get sneaky with this shit and think that you're gonna make it 2 hours and then put some credits on there and a stinger. Get the fuck out of here with that. Korey Coleman, 2-hour productions, LLC. You get 2 hours and that's it, and not a millisecond more. If you do,
no more.
You do get your ass out of here.
What about the stingers? Yeah, I'm gonna sting you. Get out of here.
God damn it, this needs to happen. This is not a movie studio. This is a public service now. You give us some money for a ticket, we'll give you back your time. 2-hour productions, y'all. I got this thing called BEAU is Afraid. How long is it? Get the fuck out of here. Next. Well, sir, I'm afraid we can't make this shit. That having been said, I do enjoy enough of this movie, and I appreciate, you know me, I love the art films out here. I appreciate it enough to give it a high rental, but I have to admit, man, you start filling these things out with if you go too long, you start filling these things out with scenes that just belabor the point, scenes that are stretched out. It gets a little dull. It's not that my attention span is that short. It's just that there's a lull in a lot of things here, man. This is not a movie that moves at a pace like this at all. I'm not always looking for that, but I mean there are some dips in here where I feel it, and I appreciate this movie enough to where to where I wish it had just a shorter cut. Yeah. I'll even give you like 2 two hours and 9 minutes.
Yeah.
I ain't giving you 2:10.
You can't even get 2.5. Huh?
No. Goddamn. I mean, when Endgame does whatever it has to do,
I know.
they save the fucking world. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
2 hours and what, 40 minutes?
Yeah.
You can't. If you ain't doing what Endgame is doing, then you don't need to do this.
Yeah, it is just focused on one guy, and I feel like no matter how much you might have empathy or sympathy for BEAU, at 3 hours, this is the point where he's gonna start getting on your nerves.
He did. He did.
God damn, BEAU, come on, man, pull it together on some level. And you do go through it. There's the question of is it real or what's real and what isn't. And there is a point where it's like, all right, this is not. It's interesting because you showed the short trailer, but the one of the early trailers I saw was a long trailer, and it made it look like a guy going through time or a multiverse or something. And it made me think that A24 is just like, man, that Everything Everywhere All at Once did so well for us. You got something that's gonna bend time and get weird. Go for it. That's our new brand now. I was like, this shit is just gonna go off. It's not gonna give me what I want. And I started lowering what I wanted, and it still was just like, nah, fuck you. Credits. And it's like, all right.
People at the end of the movie start walking out. In the movie. I'm not bullshitting. People in the movie got up and started walking out.
Yeah.
I was like, if that don't tell you, when you got people walking out of the movie that they're in.
Yeah, they build so much up, and then it's one of those movies where you're waiting for that next scene, but the house lights come on. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, well, I guess.
When I say this is interpretive, if you find something in it that can last you for 3 hours, and so be it. That's great. I did not, but some people will. Your interpretation is going to be different, and maybe those lulls will be gaps that you fill with your interpretation of the film. And it's not because I have something against a 3 hour movie. Like I said, if this movie Giant was to come on today, that's a 4 hour movie. That's with James Dean, Elizabeth Taylor, and Rock Hudson. If that movie came on today and I caught it at the beginning, I would probably sit there for the whole 4 hours and watch it. But it's to me, it fills its time better. It's constantly telling a story, a story you can understand. This is more of a journey for a guy. Hey, Korey, here's some stuff I heard about BEAU Is Afraid. When Ari Aster was promoting Midsummer, he said he plans to make his next film to be a 4 hours long film. I don't know if he was talking about BEAU Is Afraid or if there's a 4 hour cut of this film. And I don't want to see those bougie critics and film snubs campaigning for the release of the 4 hour cut, neither do I. Apparently, the film didn't originally start as an A24 film. It reportedly started as a studio package. Ari Aster thought with the success of his previous films and having an Oscar winner, Joaquin Phoenix, as the lead, he would have gotten a studio to finance the film. The studios rejected him, and A24 decided to finance the film. The film is currently the most expensive A24 film, budgeted at $35 million.
Yeah.
All right.
No, they only want Joaquin Phoenix in clown makeup. That's what they want. And then they'll, we'll give you all the money.
Somebody said that was a Joker origin story. Another one.
That plays out in his head all the time. And his imaginary Zazie
Seemed like
Beats.
it.